What's up, everybody? So, I might have bought another shitbox. Well, as you can tell, yet again, car did not go on the dyno. It wasn't any problem with the car, it was a problem with the availability of the dyno. So this next Saturday, we are going to try again. And we're going to try and get the red probe on the dyno and get some good video of it. See her make some power. But an exciting new thing happened today that kind of fell into my lap. And I would like to introduce you to my second super clean probe. This is an original 125,000 mile one owner car. It's white, which I've always wanted a white one. It kind of has this weird pinstriping, but I think that's kind of cool. It screams 80s. Original wheels, everything's all original. This is just after the car sat for 10 years, 8 of which inside, 2 outside. And where it sat outside it was covered, so it's actually in really, really decent shape. Only problem is it was rear-ended about 15 years ago. And it wrinkled the quarters, so they fixed the quarter and the car never got repainted. So that's all just like mold or moss or whatever I got to clean off. And then this will have to be paint matched, this side of the car, but all the damage was fixed. Car's in really good shape. The interior is absolutely immaculate. Listen to this door. Listen to that. Like, how smooth is that? You want to hear the difference? Now here's my red probe in all of its beat up, messed up, smashed fender glory. Hear how loud that is? See how not smooth that sounds? Because this car has 465,000 miles on the body. This car, just beautiful. So the interior is absolutely almost immaculate. It's got a brown interior I've never seen before on a 89 Probe GT, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's got all the original stuff. Check this out. It's got the original tab for the cigarette ashtray, the original equalizer and whatever cassette player stereo. It's got working AC. It's got the trip computer and controller with the cover still uncracked. Only crack is right there. But when have you ever seen an 89 Probe GT dash that wasn't cracked? Like, even that's just a spot that'll come right off. But nothing. 125,000 original miles. Headliner, everything. Door panels, seats, back seats, all perfect condition. And this cool brown color, which I am totally keeping. Now here's the only negative. And it's a big one. The reason why this car sat in a field, one second, was because they blew the head gasket after they overheated the shit out of it. So the head gasket is blown, they tore it this far down and then just gave up on it and parked it. So here in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to get the head torn off of this thing and see what kind of condition the short block is in. If it's salvageable, I'm going to do an in-car rebuild, just hone the block, 30 pistons and rods in it, have the head machined and rebuilt, new head gasket, and just throw it back together. But I won't know until I get to that point, so say hi to the new probe. This is going to be a cool project. Alright, I got impatient for the day. Intake manifold is pulled and head bolts are all loose and pulled, and I'm about to pull this head and see what the bottom end looks like so that I can determine if this short block is salvageable or not. Whether or not this is salvageable is going to depend on how much water got into the cylinders when the head gasket blew and how much oxygen has gotten to that water since it's been sitting in order to oxidize in the cylinders. I don't have a lot of hope. I'm sure the short block's going to be garbage, but I figured I'd pull this head off and take a look, so I will bring you back when that's done. Alright, so I got the head off. It was pretty much what I expected. Lots of rust in the cylinders. Engine's locked up, can't turn it by the crankshaft pulley. I tried. So I filled the cylinders up with PB Blaster, and I'm going to see if it's seized because of the bottom end, the bearings, or if it's seized because the piston rings are rusted to the bore. If I can get it to break loose, then I'll know that the bottom end is good, and I can probably pull these pistons and rods out and just give the block a quick hone and see how bad the pitting is. And if it's not too bad, I can probably do a little bit of an overbore. If it's terrible, then I'll have to get a new short block. So stay tuned, I'll see if I can get it to turn over. Alright, got the cylinders completely filled with PB. No, this will not be like this. If I do a full rebuild on this, all the PB will be cleaned out of the engine. The block will be pulled out of the car, etc. It's just to see if I can get it to free up. Good news is the head looks about like I expect. No big cracks or anything like that. So this head will probably just need a resurface and a hot tank, possibly a small rebuild, valve stem seals, that kind of thing. And we'll be good to go back in the car. The head gasket, it looks like, blew between cylinders 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Factory head gasket, head bolts felt good, so it was just a case of overheating. But we'll see what I can get this puppy to do. Missed third. All right, you ready?
I'm ready. Yeah.
What?
It went up.
Oh, that's fine. I let off the gas, so it's gonna lean all the way out.
When you were hauling us, it was at 12.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah. When the turbo and everything kicked in, third gear, I think it was, third or fourth, it hit 12.
Okay. Yeah, it might need a little bit more fuel on the low RPM there.
Yeah.
So I'll flip a bitch up here and then hit it again to get a good data log. If you go to data logging again, it'll have an option that says stop. Go ahead and hit that. Give you a little taste of the launch control.
Right there.
Yeah, I saw 12.1 on here, so she needs a little bit more fuel. But the timing's really conservative, so I can get away with it being that lean.
Yeah.
Because that's only 17 pounds, and it's only about 15 degrees of timing, which I could probably run 21, 22 degrees if I wanted to on this boost, but
okay.
We have it turned way down just in case of situations like that where it gets kind of lean.
Yeah.
It doesn't cause a problem because the timing's really low.
Okay.
So.
You want me to stop the data logging?
Yeah, go ahead and stop the logging.
Cool.